Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Washed Up Squad here, filling in for our friends on their channel today. If you're into basketball content, make sure to click our link in the description and subscribe to our channel. Now let's get into the video. Last summer, while discussions about resuming the NBA season in Orlando were ongoing, Kyrie Irving stood out as a dissenting voice. He was one of the few players to not support finishing the season, in large part due to concerns that playing basketball would be a distraction from the social justice movement playing out in response to the murder of George Floyd by police. He reportedly said, "I don't support going into Orlando. I'm not with the systematic racism and the bullshit. Something smells a little fishy." While the league did try to bring awareness to the cause of fighting racial injustice once the season resumed, it's hard to argue that Irving was wrong. The two brief players' strike in August gave credence to his concerns, but perhaps the sad fact that once the strike was settled, basketball once again became the primary concern for many. Putting justice on the back burner, there were games to watch instead. It's very easy for one thing to come to define a player's reputation, so that everything else comes to be interpreted through that particular prism. With a glut of information about celebrities, with new statements being regularly issued, new interviews given nightly, new games played 82 times per season, doing this can be useful even if it is necessarily reductionist. Sometimes it's flattering. No shot Ray Allen ever missed will matter nearly as much as the one he made in Game 6 of the 2013 Finals. And sometimes it's much more detrimental. Just ask Nick Anderson. For Kyrie Irving, even though he hit one of the most consequential shots in NBA history, just 4.5 years ago, his on-court triumph shaped the perception of him less than an offhand comment made on a podcast in February of 2017, when he suggested, in the style of a bored 19-year-old at a house party on Christmas break, that maybe the earth is actually flat. This claim, inane and easily dismissible as it was, became the talk of All-Star Weekend. Lots of easy jokes were made, several players embarrassed themselves, and it may have been an amusing thing to look back on years later, if not for the fact that the manufactured controversy refused to die. As Kyrie's career went through a number of twists and turns following that weekend, a falling out with LeBron in Cleveland, a trade to Boston, his teaming up with Kevin Durant in Brooklyn, a bevy of injury troubles, all of the discourse was shaded, whether explicitly or not, by the idea that Kyrie was unreliable and foolish, an idea that really hatched when he said the earth was flat. And now, those same assumptions are arising yet again with his refusal to speak to the media last week. When the Brooklyn Nets made themselves available to media members last week, Irving withheld. Instead, he offered a pre-written statement in which he stated how excited he was for the season to start, and that his goal for the year was to let his work on and off the court speak for itself. It's a pretty unremarkable message, but what has rankled many is not what he said, but the manner in which it was delivered. The NBA likes to see itself as the progressive sports league, the one that does not impinge on its players' rights to speak out as they see fit, the one that is an ally to them by saying the right things and pledging money to progressive causes. It's a posture that allows the NBA, as well as its fans, to congratulate itself for not being like the other leagues and for doing the bare minimum. While that may be enough for the NBA to be comparatively better than other major sports leagues or other multi-billion entities, it's hard to be impressed by their efforts when the belief in incremental progress, inexorably leading to substantial change, is revealed time and time again to be rooted in a misguided naivety. Kyrie, though, does not allow the league to congratulate itself. Most players know the rules of the game and play by them, spouting cliched statements about inclusion and equality that are fine enough, while failing to capture the depth or gravity of the situation. It's not that Irving grasps these things in ways that other players don't, but that he seems to instinctively know there is something off about the whole arrangement and has decided, at least temporarily, to opt out of it. He's a passionate man trying to meaningfully engage with the world and its issues, but he is forced to do so under the gaze of millions, with his every statement discussed and evaluated by people who have proven to not be charitably disposed towards him. There is no reason to doubt him. My hope is that, considering what a unique talent and what a joy he frequently is to watch, he does not feel forced to choose between fighting for justice and playing in the NBA. But if those aims do seem mutually exclusive to him, it is not difficult to understand why. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you thought of the video down in the comments below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and hey, do us a favor, subscribe if you enjoyed the video as well for more awesome content like this in the future. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.